CO21, which is the last of our 4 conversion objectives, right? We talked about how to convert a decimal to a percentage, and percentage to a decimal. Then we talked about how to convert a fraction to a percentage. The last one of those, how to convert a percentage to a fraction. And we've talked about this before. Recall that the word percent literally means out of 100, right? And that matches up very, very well with what a fraction is, right? That fraction bar, one interpretation is out of. You know, you just got tests back today. There were 6 points on the test, something like that?
32.
32? And so maybe you got 30 out of 32. You got 30 correct out of the 32 that were on it. And from there, you can convert it to a percentage. So you've done this before. But knowing that 71% literally means 71 out of 100, what is that going to be in the fraction? Aiden? 71 hundredths, right? 71 out of 100. We talked about when we were going from fraction to percentage that when that denominator is 100, whatever the numerator is, that's the percent. Same thing going the other way, right? If 71% just makes 71 the numerator, 100 the denominator, and you're done. 49% means 49 out of 100. That's a fraction. It is. Everybody. 49 hundredths. 161% means 161 out of 100. The fact that it's bigger than 100, don't let that throw you. Follow the procedure, follow the process. What will this be as a fraction? 161 over 100, right? It makes sense it's an improper fraction because 161% is greater than 100%. It's greater than one whole. 25% means 25 out of 100. This is written as
1/4.
25 over 100, or because you do, Harrison, because you do need to simplify, you simplify it down to be 1/4, and that should be your final answer. So the one extra quirk with converting from percentages to a fraction is that you do need to simplify if you can. None of these 3 can be. That's why we kept them as over 100. But if you can simplify, then you do. That's basically it. Just throw your percentage over 100, simplify. What's that?
I said, it's like an improper fraction. It's like a pyramid made upside down. You can't make a pyramid upside down because it'll fall apart.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How does that relate to an improper fraction?
Because the bigger, the smaller
Right, but
numbers the smaller amounts on the bottom and then upside down.
Right, but it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Improper fraction?
It could fall
Yes, it
apart.
does.
Anything can fall apart.
Mr.
Yeah.
Schultz.
It
No,
could
Mr.
fall
Schultz.
apart.
Yeah.
We already say. Kevin.
Hold on. Any that you need to do together, let's just take one from each row. Somebody give me one from the top row to do together as a group. Did you simplify them all?
Yep, most of them.
Well, simplify the ones you can. Jillian, give me one that you want to do from the top row. Please.
Oh, back there.
Oh, you're asking.
Fine, James.
Ian, which one should I do?
Here's it.
I really care you pick.
145%.
We're at the top row. The top row.
Right, 75%.
No.
3/4.
75%.
James,
So 75%,
It's
that
3/4.
percent symbol means out of 100. So we're going to put that 75 over 100. How do we get down to 3/4? What do we divide by? What do we divide by? Aiden? Not by 3, not by 100,
4.
not by 4,
Oh, 5.
by 25. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
25 is the GCF of 75 and 100, and that's how we get to 3/4. GCF is greatest common factor. How you simplify a fraction completely is by dividing by that greatest common factor. Okay? Second row, 145%. Okay? That percent symbol means out of 100, so we'll put 145 out of 100. What can we divide by here? What can we simplify by?
5.
We can go by 5. 145 divided by 5 is 29. 100 divided by 5 is 20. And so 29/20ths is going to be your answer. It's okay to leave it as an improper fraction, right? It's okay to leave it as an improper fraction. There's nothing improper about them. They get a bad reputation from the start, but they're all good. Third row, what do you want to do together? Matilda? 95%. That percent symbol means over 100. So 95 over 100. What can we divide by here? 5. 95 divided by 5 is 19. And 100 divided by 5 is 20. And that's as far as we can go. Okay, make sure you are simplifying. You'll be required to do it on the test. And so get that practice now. Okay. Your homework is going to be the rest of CO21. Okay, and also you're going to go on to the end of CO22. If you remember, when you did CO22, we skipped this very bottom section. Now I would like you to do it because you've done all the conversions that we can do. And so it says write each value in the other two forms. So if it's given to you as a percentage, you're writing it as a decimal and a fraction. Okay, so 18% as a decimal would be what?
0.18.
0.18. Okay. As a fraction, 18%.
We have to do this too.
And I'm at the bottom of CO22 now. If you missed me scrolling down here, page 41. What can we divide by?
600.
No. Divide by 2, and we get 9/50 as a final answer. So CO21 and the bottom of CO22, homework for tomorrow. Okay? Would you like to go kind of focus on this section or go back to CO21? Anyone have any other questions? Go back. All of CO21, the bottom of CO22. All right? Melina, what would you like to cover on CO21? What? Okay. Yeah. Anyone?
136.
136%? So that percent symbol means out of 100. So we're putting 136 out of 100. And what can we divide by?
34.
Sorry?
34.
34 does not go evenly into 100.
Oh, and 100. Oh, yeah.
Nor
2.
we can divide by 2. They are both even. We'll see where that gets us.
Oh, I thought he was talking about 136.
What's half of 136?
68.
68. And then 100 divided by 2 is 50. Can we go further?
Yes, you can divide by 2 and get 34.
That's where your 34 came from. Yeah, sure. 68 divided by 2 is 34. 50 divided by 2 is 25. Now we have gone as far as we can go. So 34/25 is the final answer. Aiden.
I have a question on the other page.
Yeah.
It says 22 40th. 40 is not one of those friendly, whatchamacallit.
On CO22?
Yeah.
Let's go take a look here.
It's not a friendly.
Ah, yes, 22/40.
Oh.
So, how can we get this to a denominator of 100? Because 40 is not friendly. But think outside the box a little bit. Let's manipulate it, James.
Okay.
He's almost 40.
Harrison.
22 and 40 times 5. 40 times 5, which is 200. They divide it by back to 100.
Excellent. So James is saying, well, let's work with this 40 a little bit. If we multiply it by 5, 40 times 5 is 200, and 200 is friendly, right? Because we can get back to 100 from 200. There's another way to do that, keeping our numbers a little bit smaller. If we divide 22 and 40 by 2, that gives us 11/20. Is 20 friendly? Yes. Right? So either multiply both by 5, that gives you 110 over 200, or divide both by 2, gives you 11 over 20. From each of those, you can then get to 100 and write your percentage and your decimal. Okay, good question, Aiden. Nice response, James. You have a similar situation with this last one here, 6/24. That 24 is not friendly. It's close, but not quite. How can we get that denominator into a friendly one? how can we manipulate 6/24 to make that denominator something friendly? 80?
24 like times 5.
24 times 5 is 120. Think smaller numbers. Think division here.
2.
We could divide by 2. That gives us 3/12, which 12 will
6.
divide by 6. If we divide by 6, what do we get? 6 divided by 6 is 1. 24 divided by 6 is 4. And now we are in business because 4 is definitely friendly. Okay? So, rest of CO21, bottom of CO22. Make sure you're writing the other 2 forms. Fraction, decimals, and percentages are the 3. Whatever it's given to you in, write it in the other 2. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, compliments, congratulations, criticisms on this?
What does this say?
What?
What does this say?
What does what say? Your test? Oh, I'll come over there and answer that a little bit. All right, that's how I math, folks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.